Shalom and good evening. I'd like to share with you a testimony I had about this dream that I had one night. I had dreamed that we were in heaven and we were being walked down the street. And I mean we as the pastors, the preachers, the teachers, evangelists, and so forth. And we were walking down the street, and it was like a parade, and there was people lined up on both sides of the road. And we were on a golden street, and on the sides of us was these, to my right was a big, huge wall that was kind of a goldish bronze looking color. And on the top of it had these silver capstones that went all the way down. And to my left was these huge buildings that had big open areas for windows, but they didn't have no glass windows. It was just open areas. They were probably about, 6 feet wide by probably 8, 10 feet tall. And people were inside the windows looking out, watching us being walked down the street. And on both sides, the people had different dress attire. They looked like people that you could tell it was from Africa. People you could tell it was from America or England or wherever they were from. You could tell those different type of ethnic groups. We were walking down the street, and in front of me, I could see Yeshua, Jesus, up in front of the crowd. And I was kind of about, 50 feet away from him. And as I'm walking, I'm looking at everything, checking everything out, and seeing all the wonderful things. The people were walking by me because I fell back in the crowd. And so then I looked back, and I could see Jesus was way in front of us. So I ran up there in front of the people, and I'm following him. And as we're walking down, we turn to the left. As we turn to the left, we go back to the right, and we come up to these gates that were beautiful. They were golden gates, like a wrought iron fence gate, but they were gold, and they had these clusters of grapes and pomegranates and all kinds of fruit in them. And inside the fruits, the grapes look like diamonds, rubies, sapphires, things like that. They're beautiful. And as we come to the gates automatically open up and allow us to come in. And as we're coming in, I see this temple. This temple had 8 columns lined up in front of it. As we're walking up these steps, golden steps, as we're walking up to them, we come to these front doors, and the doors open up automatically and allowed us to come in. We came in, we're sitting down in these benches, and in front of us is Yeshua goes up front as like a minister in a church service, and he was gonna preach to us, but he was actually going to teach us what it's all about. Him. He was teaching, and what wonderful way to get the word is from the Master himself. Him teach us. That's beautiful. We were in there. It's just amazing. When he spoke, I've said it before in my other dreams, I can taste every word he said. It's like somebody's putting honey on my tongue. Every word that come out of his mouth sounded like thunder, like just roaring. You ever know how a storm comes up and you could hear it from far off, and it sounds like it's in the next county, and it just rolls across the sky? That's the way he sounds. It's a scary voice, but it makes you draw near him like a baby chicks run under the mama's wings. That's the way it sounds. That's wonderful, beautiful. But yet he was teaching us, and that's what I think is amazing. That when we get there, we think everything's going to be said and done, no with, and we're just going to lay around and get fat as a cat. It's not going to happen that way. God is going to tend to his flock. That's amazing stuff. Guys, take care. God bless.